Hello there. It's John Anthony Francis Wilcox, and these are six amazing Laura Nyro songs. Before we get into it, of course, the links to all six songs are in the comments section below this video. Hopefully, you know that by now, unless you're new to coming to these videos. Who knows? So, Laura Nyro. Not everyone necessarily knows her name off the bat or knows what she did off the bat. Uh, Suffice it to say, Laura Nyro was an amazing songwriter, just amazing, with a beautiful voice as well. Um, she never, I was just looking it up, she never quite made it to 50. I think she died when she was 49, which is tragic. What an amazing talent. Um, you will recognize all these songs, but not necessarily because of her. So many people had hits. We're going to start with perfect example. Song number one, Eli's Coming. This was a massive hit for Three Dog Night. Huge hit, you know, because it's a great song. Eli's Coming, Hide Your Heart. Um, Wonderful. It goes great places. It has a nice feel to it. As do all her stuff. She always chooses interesting chords and takes songs in interesting places. That's song number one, Eli's Coming. Song number two, Stone Soul Picnic. Um, I always obviously first heard this as a Fifth Dimension song. They had one of their biggest hits with it. They want to ask you to surrey down to the Stoned Soul Picnic. And why wouldn't you? It's I don't know, it's kind of just a nice, sunshiny feeling, relaxing, beautiful piece of music. And she just came up with an absolute beautiful number for song number two, Stone Soul Picnic. Song number three, another massive hit, and When I Die, which of course Blood, Sweat, and Tears made a huge dent in the charts with that one. They did a great version. I will tell you that. It was very well delivered, very well put together. Nice energy behind it, a nice feel. Uh, I'm sorry, I just, superlatives, I don't want them to sound meaningless. But in the case of Laura Nyro, she's that good. These are songs, there are certain people. One of these weeks I'm going to do songs of Jimmy Webb, another, these are people on the par with, Burt Bacharach, and they're just great composers. But, and When I Die, used to always make me hit my heart when I heard it. When I was a little kid, I found I was too young to wrap my mind about around that thought. And that's song number three, and When I Die. Song number four, speaking of dying, it's a wonderful song, Save the Country. A lot of people have their version of this. Again, Fifth Dimension. Uh, a song I believe she wrote in response to the death of Bobby Kennedy, which of course was just one of our nation's biggest tragedies in my lifetime, anyway. I was a little kid. I only vaguely remember it, you know, right around, think about that time. How close the deaths of Martin Luther King and Bobby Kennedy, both of whom were such huge hopes for this country, to be snuffed out so young. Which, of course, Dion had a beautiful, Abraham, Martin, and John touched upon that as well. Um, but it's a beautiful kind of melancholy song. Save the Country, song number 4. Uh, Song number 5, another career-defining song, Stony End, uh, for, of all people, Barbra Streisand, who had, I'm trying to think, was it 1970? It was a single for her, and it did very well. It really lent a lot of credibility to her career. And a lot of other people, I seem to remember Linda Ronstadt doing a version of it somewhere down the line, and many others. Stony End, it's sort of a, I don't know, it has a joy to it, beautiful joy to it. And that is song number 5. Song number 6, we come back to, well, it's Sweet Blindness. We come back to a wonderful version by The Fifth Dimension, a no less wonderful version by the great Laura Nyro. um, Another, I mean, I suppose on one level it's a song about getting drunk. Um, but she's having fun with it. She's playing with words. She's those chords are just awesome. The arrangement, everything. And that's if I didn't specify it at the beginning, all the links are to the Laura Nyro versions of these songs. You can feel free to listen to the other interpretations of them. They're all certainly valid and they're wonderful, but this is the ground floor. This is where they came from. And that was song number 6, Sweet Blindness, which finishes 6 amazing songs from Laura Nyro, the great Laura Nyro. I can't say enough about her. She's a, you know what? You may not even be aware. I'm not going to be arrogant and say you don't know, because maybe you do know. You might know way more than I do about Laura Nyro, but she is a huge influence to this day on generations of performers and other songwriters. She is a standard as well as an inspiration. So give these a listen, will you? Thank you. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.